Ooh, why do people keep giving more and more money to Kanye West? I'm gonna come down now and we're gonna talk about it. All right, this is really beyond me. To me, Kanye West is literally a Donald Trump of music. I mean, don't get me wrong, he is talented. I like actually quite a few of his songs, and so granted, I mean, he's not like John Lennon or Michael Jackson talented, but he's very good. And from what I see, at least, you know, from what I understand, his shows are actually quite good as well. Very entertaining and cutting edge. You know, I've never been to one personally, but I have YouTube, you know, and they all look great. But, you know, isn't there a line that you draw with somebody who you really like, right? You know, I'm sure everybody has heard by now, if wasn't affected firsthand, is that, you know, one of his latest weird stunts was, you know, going on a rant. First of all, about supporting Donald Trump, which is crazy to me. But secondly, going on that rant for like half an hour, and then cutting your concert short. And then later, the next show, that was in San Jose, actually where I live, but also later in Sacramento, I think the next day, he went into another rant after only a couple of songs, and then he just left. And fans were extremely disappointed. I do believe they were giving a refund, but anyway, it really doesn't matter. I mean, this is just such an insult to your fans that I really don't understand how one could be a fan after that. You know, I'm assuming they like his music because you know, it's his music, and they appreciate him as an artist, but also as a person and as an individual, his character and so forth. Again, I don't get it. There are a lot of shit about him that I just don't understand. He's really erratic and sometimes just really hard to even figure out what in the world he's talking about, or what his vision is, or what he's fighting for. But, you know, let's see, you like him, but when you get personally insulted by him, don't you just want to say, oh, whoa, I mean, I'm done with this person. I mean, I might still dance to his music at a club, but I'm not gonna, you know, subject myself to this. I'm not gonna give him money so I can get insulted back. And again, listen, maybe I'm one of the few people who would be insulted by someone like this and by this action. Maybe people go like, yeah, no big deal, you know. So what? This is why we like him. Again, that's another Donald Trump type of characteristic, which I don't understand. And this is why I'm kind of, I don't really quite get it. Now, the reason I'm even doing the video about this, you know, this is a fashion channel, is because, you know, recently his sneakers, the you know, Yeezy shoes came out, and a new release came out, and you know, I mean, you just got your money back from the refund from the concert. Really, you're gonna take that money and give it right back to him for his shoes now? And another thing about that is, you know, a lot of times, and this doesn't just go, you know, for him, for a lot of celebrity athletes or artists that have their sort of a brand, usually it's Nike or Adidas or Reebok, where they have a line brand of clothing, or in this case sneakers. Why do you guys make limited editions of them? You know, these are for your fans, right? You're not Gucci. You're not. This is not a brand that needs to take stuff away from people or keep it in a limited edition. You're doing it for your fans, right? Your fans are buying your shoes because they like your music. I mean, that's a bit of a stretch, right? Because you're good at music doesn't necessarily mean you can design good shoes. But you know, why not make sure that all of your fans can get a hold of them? I believe there's like a 1 to 100 ratio between people who want them and people who can actually get them just because of the limited amount that he produces, or, you know, Adidas produced for him. So I just don't understand. I mean, it's like saying, hey, listen, I have a single coming out, but you know what? Only 40,000 of you will listen to it. The rest of, sorry. Or only 40,000 of you will pay, 99 cents per song, but the rest of you will have to pay $20 a song, off of somebody who bought it originally for 99 cents. Which, by the way, brings me to another point, is because, a lot of people who bought these shoes are not really the fans. They're people who have their own ways how to get a hold of those shoes, because that's what they almost do for a living, or at least for a side income. And then the real fans have to pay $2,000 instead of $200 for those shoes. So you get screwed over twice, right? And it is actually his responsibility, and of course Adidas, or whichever brand we're talking about, it's their responsibility as well. But I think this is something that has to be accessible to all of your fans, because you are doing it for them. And the reason they're buying this piece of shit shoe is because it's your name on it. And by the way, of course it's tough to talk about, fashion. Some people like something, some people don't like something. I mean, it's taste. You can't really argue taste, right? But to me, they're just not good looking sneakers at all. They just look something that I would buy at Payless Shoes, give it to a homeless person on Christmas, and come back the next Christmas and get it back from him. They just look like crap. But again, not gonna argue about taste. If some people really like them for their look, more power to them. That's why we have so many brands and so many people to buy from those brands. But if you're buying it because this is your idols or just favorite artist brand, then you're being screwed. And I'm just wondering, where's the line? I feel like these fans are being robbed, and they keep coming back, and they've been punched in the gut. They keep coming back for more and more. I keep loving it. But if you like his music, and again, that part I actually get, because I'm one of them. You can listen to it. You can listen to it on so many different services, from YouTube to Pandora, whatever, and you can still pay for that music. But if you're gonna go show up at a concert knowing that he might actually talk your ear off and then leave off the stage, why? Why would you do that? You're literally encouraging this abusive behavior. I can't even believe I'm saying this, but it is abusive behavior towards your own fans, towards the people who not only like your music, but really pay you to have this great living and millions of dollars. Why would you, abuse the people who actually made you into who you are? Because without any artist knows that without his or her fans, they're really nothing. He would be on the corner, having a hat, out and trying to make an extra buck on a street corner with his music, if it wasn't for all his fans who supported and gave him more and more money. This is beyond me. I know he's not the first or the last person to do it, but I think he's the first person who's just consistently been so bad to his fans, and literally back to back. The reason, I'm kind of chose this topic for my video today is because, he just had this concert canceled, and I believe he canceled the rest of the tour, by the way. So it's not just like San Jose and then Sacramento people who suffered. I believe it's the rest of the tour has been canceled, or even worse, postponed. And the reason I say worse, because when the concert is postponed, you don't get a refund. You have to either wait and let them and until they let you know when the concert is actually going to happen, or you're gonna have to go to the concert that they've announced. And I believe in some cases it's like during really bad holiday rush times where everything's more expensive. People who travel are going to be stuck on in airports or in traffic. So it's just a mess. It's really unfortunate. And again, he does produce good music, and his shows seem to be really up there as far as entertainment pieces and experiences. It's a shame that he hasn't really embraced the people who have made him successful and supported him. So hopefully it changes. Probably won't, but again, who am I to guess what's going to happen? Again, Donald Trump is our president, and Kanye West, makes a ridiculous amount of money by literally kicking his fans into their stomachs. I don't know what else to say. It's a shame. I hope it changes, but I will keep my eye on it and maybe do another vlog about it.